Lovely, thank you. Hello and welcome to Gamesmaster. If you're tuning in for the first time, where have you been? But my, how tall you're getting. You're 4 weeks late, but we've all taken turns keeping this slot warm for your arrival. So sit yourself down, have a mug of chamomile, get out your joystick and give it a loving caress, because that's what we'll be doing here for the next half hour. Right, to kick off tonight's little foray, let's call up the Galactic Scoutmaster himself, the Gamesmaster.
Greetings. I'm delighted that you've chosen to join me again here at the fertile fount of game-playing challenges. We begin tonight with a truly anarchic escapade on a game called Road Rash. You'll be taking part in a frightful, unofficial motorbike race in which hot-headed youths punch and kick their way to the checkered flag at speeds of over 150 miles per hour. The challenge is to come first on the Redwood Forest stage. I'm afraid to say that amidst this rowdy rebel, he'll need to ride with Beelzebub at your wheels.
And revving up the aisle with his hands on his throttle for this challenge, having burned rubber all the way from Dartford, Richard Wiltshire. Settle down. Now, Richard, you've never actually played this game before, but you're a bit of a biking boffin, aren't you?
Yep, I've played Superhang on the Amiga, and that's a good racing game, and I enjoyed that. I'm good at that, so I reckon I can handle this.
OK, now, in this game, you've got to kick, punch, generally get a bit dirty. Can you handle that?
Well, I think so. On Superhang on there was a cheat mode where you use a machine gun, but I've never used my bare fist before.
OK, if you'd like to sit yourself down in a hot seat, we'll get ready to play, Richard. And riding pillion with me in the pulpit, no stranger to leathers himself, is Sega Power's Neil West. Welcome, Neil.
Thanks, Dominic.
Now, Neil, a bit different from your average bike game, this. What general tactics can you give Richard?
Okay, it's great fun beating up the opposition, but it does waste time, yeah? It's quite a short race, so he's got to get to the front early, so if he can overtake, then do so. But if he does have to get rough, then try and grab the stick off one of the other riders.
Right, we'll look forward to that. OK then, Richard. Punch, kick, overtake your way through 14 other competitors to win the race. Are you ready?
Yeah.
Rev up your bike and start the race. OK, and off goes Richard. We can see, oh, he just
Straight into the egg.
smacked someone there right from the start there. We obviously know what Richard's aiming to do in this race.
No problem at all. Right, if you notice in the bottom right-hand corner, the number that was 15 is now up to 14. That's showing his place, yeah? He knows there's 14 other riders, now 13 other riders still ahead of him. He's whacking them about. He's now chasing Sid.
He's fighting pretty rough. Is Sid going to be a problem to him?
Sid shouldn't be a problem. The guy to watch out for is a guy called Biff. He's got a baseball bat.
Right.
He'll do his best to swing at you with it, but the trick is a little bit of air there. Nope,
Sid just launched it. Oh, one of them.
Just did the business.
Oh, he's there's a car in front. Oh, he just managed to dodge that one.
You do not want to go into the back of the car. It's bad news.
OK, now he's coming out on Dread here.
That's right. Dread's
Ominous
no real
sounding
problem.
character. Smacked him in the face,
No
and he's
problem at all.
out of the race.
He is. As you see, Dread went down to half energy. If he'd taken another hit, it would have fallen off. It's really quite good because the other riders actually have their own characteristics. Some are nice, some are nasty. Some will get in your way, some will try and block you, some will get out of the way for you.
OK, so we're just over a third of the way through the race. He's in ninth. Oh, dear!
Down he
oh,
goes.
my word!
Right, he's now going to run to his bike, get on it quickly and rev away. Pulls a wheelie and off he goes.
And of course, he's lost a lot of time there.
Costing time. More importantly, the riders who are behind him now have the chance to overtake again. So
Oh, look at he's safely missed that one.
Another thing he's got to watch out for.
Oh!
Another thing he's got to watch out for is policemen. The last thing he needs right now is to be picked up by the fuzz. It's very painful.
OK, he's coming back on Sid again now. Is he going to smack him?
Yes.
Oh my
took
God,
a
he
hit
took
in
a bit of a wallop there.
And down goes Dredd. Look in the rearview mirror, you can see
Dread tumbling away in the bottom right-hand corner of the screen.
He's now really got to concentrate. He's got to take a few chances, perhaps, and just do his best to get ahead.
OK, so 7th position, there's about a mile and a half to go. Not too much time to come first.
Not too much time at all. There you go.
Oh,
Someone
just
took a fall. Gained him an extra place. He's in 6th on the tail of Rex.
And he's coming up on Rex. I think he's going to give Rex a hefty smack in the face here.
And again.
And down goes Rex.
Into 4th place.
In the 4th place, it's getting very, very tight.
He's got about a mile to go at the most. Rich is going at full weight.
Oh, there's two in front of him there, actually. Could be coming up in the second here.
There's one.
He's up there. He's coming in at second place. Could he come in first place? Oh! Just run out of track. Oh, so Richard finishes in second place, but it's not good enough to win the challenge. Hard luck, Richard. Now, it was a very, very close race. 1.6 seconds between you and the eventual leader, Viper. What went wrong for you?
Well, obviously the crash. I had no time to practice my green cross code as I went through the intersection. I just go flat out to win. I was unlucky there was a car coming at the same time.
Okay, well, unfortunately, we can't offer you our prize, but have you enjoyed coming to play Games
Oh, it's been a
Master?
great laugh.
Well, we've enjoyed seeing you streak through the forest, Richard. Ladies and gentlemen, our gallant loser, Richard Wiltshire. Now, before we go on to our celebrity challenge, let's take a peek at this week's reviews.
This week it's fantasy role-playing games. First up, return to the time when dinosaurs ruled the earth and Mars bars were only 10p in Shadow of the Beast.
Lovely graphics, nice backgrounds, nice animation, but the gameplay sucks a bit, and after a while you just get a bit jarred off.
Looks good, plays fast, but doesn't offer anything new in the final analysis.
It's a bit of a disappointment. It's got a big name, but not the gameplay to back it up.
Next up, on the Amiga, become a deity for a day and rub shoulders with gods from Zeus to Priapus in Populous 2.
It's great to see how the races build and conquer, and you really do sort of care for these little sprites as they're running around.
It's one of those games, you think 5 minutes has passed and it's 4 hours. You really just get absorbed into the game.
Lots of brilliant graphics, brilliant gameplay, one of the best games around.
Finally, on the PC, a medieval romp around ye olde merry England in King's Quest V.
It's not pushing back the boundaries, looks good, but it's a bit too cute for my liking.
It's so American and apple pie that you just want to vomit every time you load it up. There's no sex, no violence, and absolutely no fun, I'm afraid.
He's back.
And now for this week's feature. The battle for the British console market is fiercer than ever, with Nintendo and Sega locked in a multi-million-pound advertising war. Sega marketing supremo Philip Ray had a wee chat with us about Sega's battle plan.
I think Nintendo probably take a more Unilever type approach to marketing, which means that they are probably more conservative. We like to do things which are a little bit off the wall and a little bit rebel, because we feel that the Sega brand needs to be seen to be street cred.
If any one man is responsible for the street cred appeal of Sega's hardware, it has to be Jimmy, the swarthy game-playing star of Sega's campaign.
Well, can't play Super Monaco all day long. Not unless you have one of these.
Jimmy is a hero. He always gets the women. He's brilliant at playing Sega games. If he played pool in the pub, he'd win. He's probably got a Harley-Davidson bike, and he's probably a brilliant surfer in California. So with all those things, I think every man would love to have those qualities.
Maybe, but Jimmy's creators were hopelessly wrong with their early ideas of how a game-playing hero should look.
It was horrifying, because we got it so horribly wrong. Our character was long-haired, rough, a bit dirty, and all the kids came back saying that they thought that sort of person was a bit of a granddad, really. And they wanted someone much more clean-cut and much younger.
The revamped Jimmy now lives in his customised trailer from where he spearheads Sega's assault on Nintendo and the British market. It's a battle which looks set to run well into the 90s.
Game over, sunshine.
So, some sound advice on where to put your pennies. Now it's time for our celebrity challenge, and we'll go over to Gamesmaster to find out what it is.
Welcome back. I hope you weren't put off by the rather violent nature of my first challenge, as I'm sorry to say my second offering is also not in terribly good taste. It's taken from a game called Heimdall, and is set in the drunken atmosphere of a Viking tavern. You have 2 minutes in which to throw an unlimited number of axes to sever the maiden's 8 blades and save her from the bawdy Vikings. But beware, because